so I have a report for you guys. I talked to a female divine masculine today and kind of picked her brain a little bit because she was on the verge of reaching out to her feminine, and who is a male. I know that's confusing, but I said, what's kept you from talking to him so far? And she said, being in that feminine, like receptive energy is really hard for her, and being totally transparent and admitting such intense feelings. And so she says that instead of going into that vulnerable space, she has been vying for control by not expressing anything. And I was like, okay, so you have a choice. You can be in control or you can be in love. Which do you want to be? Like, how long are you going to hang on to that control, rather than just maybe challenging yourself to do something different and take a risk? So she said that she is she was afraid of safely expressing her insights, and needed verbal assurance that it would be okay to talk about something that they had talked about before, that she felt brought up a lot of emotions for them both. So she was like kind of afraid to revisit it. And I said, what are you afraid of? That you're gonna cry? Or and she said, I won't know how to necessarily handle my emotion. I just have to know that it's going to be safely received. So I said, what if you watch my video on YouTube and learn how to be a really good listener through that, maybe even practice those skills, and then offer to take him out to lunch and revisit the subject that was so difficult. You can always just revisit it and touch back on it, because I said, have you had some insights about that subject since the last time you guys talked? She says, yes, I have. I've realized a lot. And I said, okay. So could you come to the table and just say, hey, I'd like to take you to lunch and like revisit that subject and maybe try to clear the air with some things, try to get past some of that resentment and upset from what happened. And so I said, if it doesn't go well, you can always back off again. But if it goes well, then you've just tested the waters, and you can just slowly see that you're safe, to express yourself. She also said that part of the reason that she's been holding back from completely telling him how much she loves him is she wants to appear strong and self-sufficient. So that's another thing that's obviously very important to the masculines to feel. So I just advised her, to quit being afraid someone will break your heart. She said that was huge. Like, that was a really big thing. I said, just go toward your joy and take a risk. You live many times if you believe in reincarnation, but in this lifetime, why not live bravely? Why not take a chance? Why not go for it? You don't want to have any regrets not reaching out to that person. Even find out, like I was talking to another masculine who wants to reach out to a feminine, and I said, if you have to use work as an excuse or something, then do that. She was in a field that he was looking to get into, and I said, just ask her if you can take her to lunch and pick her brain. You don't have to make it a big production necessarily. Just get some conversation going with this person. So I hope these insights help. I know a lot of times they have like issues with worthiness, or like they don't feel really confident in their communication skills. That holds them back a lot. But practice makes perfect. So whatever the fear is, or even like not knowing what's going on, or that fear of rejection, it's like everybody deals with that stuff. So even if you get told no, the worst case scenario, you get told no, you get rejected, that it's like you don't have to take that personally. You can decide to look at it like, okay, well, now I've got my answer. Now I can move on and feel really great about asking this other person out or whatever, you know what I mean? But go forth courageously, and watch Brene Brown's video on courage right now on Netflix is another really great idea if you're battling having the courage to approach that person at this time. I'm trying to think of some other things that are holding them back. Sometimes you just have to be afraid and just do it anyway, you know. You know, if you're being pushed out on stage and you have to go, just go out to the mic and then just see what comes out when it comes out, and don't worry about it too much, you know. One thing that's cool about the Divine Feminines is they really have emotionally matured a lot, so they can be really great listeners, a lot better listeners than those karmic people that you're used to. So, yeah. All right. So good luck. Keep me posted, you guys.